Hi guys, and happy Wednesday. It is your favorite day of the week. I am your host, Priscilla Moy, and you are watching The Hot Seat with Priscilla. We are here live in the studio for Social Media Shows Network, obviously your new favorite channel, to see all of your local Las Vegas shows, promoting and airing all the news and entrepreneurs here in Las Vegas. As always, today we have an amazing lineup coming up. We have 3 amazing people, 2 fashion designers, and 1 amazing athlete, actor, all of the above. As always, we like to put as many guests in the episode as possible that showcase all of what Las Vegas has to offer right here, live in studio. We always go live in studio. This is not pre-recorded and then reposted and edited. This is actually going live, so you can watch it in real time while we're sitting here meeting these amazing people. So when we come back from break, we're going to meet our first fashion designer. He is amazing. He also has experience in theater and hosting as well. He may or may not have his own show on this network that you can now watch. So I can't wait to introduce you to him when we come back from the break, so stay tuned.
I can already feel you judging me, and not for what I've done in the past, but for what I'm about to do. I had what mattered, and I got careless. Like, I don't deserve more. I don't deserve sympathy. I don't deserve to be here.
Where the hell are you? Why aren't you answering your phone?
Jenna! What is the matter with you?
Someone once told me, you may not be everybody's cup of tea, but you're somebody's shot of whiskey.
Excuse me, ma'am. My car ran out of gas and I left my wallet at home. Could you please spare a couple dollars so I can refuel my vehicle?
I literally have nothing.
What's it gonna take to get you to join a program?
Get back, dog! If Jesus wanted you to have a dog, he would have blessed you with a bowl and a leash now, wouldn't he?
Social Media Shows is a production company based here in Las Vegas, Nevada. We offer these services. We've been streaming shows live in real time for over 4 years on major social media platforms and also on our website socialmediashows.com. And we are now on Roku TV. We welcome you to have your own show on our TV network. Call us 651-955-8743 or email us at admin@socialmediashows.com.
Hi guys, and welcome back to The Hot Seat. I am your host, Priscilla Moy, and as always, we're going to always get right into it. Our first guest is an amazing fashion designer. I had the pleasure of meeting him not too long ago. He actually has a history with social media shows, which is absolutely amazing. He is a Filipino fashion designer coming back on social media shows because he also has a TV show called Spotlight where he reviews movies, independent films, etc., etc., etc. So if you want to go watch those, make sure to head over to that show and start watching and supporting his show. So everyone, please welcome the fabulous and never boring Geeezy Crisologo. Hello, Mr. Rhinestone.
Hello,
yes,
hello.
How are you, darling? Please take a
Oh,
seat.
one more kiss.
Mwah. Do
I
as the
just
French
came
do.
from France, so it's
I was about
2
to
kisses.
say, like, as the French do.
Yes.
He loves the French designers,
Yes,
as we
yes.
all do. I mean, I am in Balmain today, so
Yes,
obviously.
she is all the way around in Balmain.
Yes, I knew he
Yes.
loved shoulder pads, so I was like, this is the perfect outfit to do with JC.
Yes,
Wearing
the
his
shoulder
fabulous
pads are
interview.
back with a vengeance.
Oh,
Although I don't
always.
have mine today.
It's about being dynamic.
Yes,
right?
yes,
So
absolutely.
let's get into it. So you are a fashion designer, you're an actor, and you're
Which is two words, Crisologo, which means gold speaks or golden speaks.
It's perfect.
And
for
I
you.
just discovered it
Okay, well,
in America.
Period. So, what part of the Philippines are you from?
So I'm originally from Isabela, the north
Okay.
part of the Philippines. My mom's from Isabela. My dad is from Ilocos. So we're the Ilocanos, just like the Directora Pureza. She's also Ilocana, yes.
Our amazing producer.
Yes.
So, was fashion always your passion when you were young?
Yes. My family members played a large role to this. My aunt from New York was so highly cultured, and she just loved, the opera, the theater, fashion, and she introduced to me the fashion of New York, and she introduced me in dressing in black, and she would always say, New York is very stately
Yes.
and all that. And although I do love color, and I add some color to it, but I do it in moderation, or sometimes,
Yes.
all
Black,
within the boundaries of good taste.
You can never go wrong with black.
Yes,
It's my
yeah.
favorite color.
Yes,
Obviously.
and I love the theater. I love acting. I love singing. I love cinema. I love sci-fi films.
Yes.
And I'm absolutely obsessed with Thierry Mugler.
Yes.
Because he brought, back in the day, he brought a theater in his fashion shows. One time you were in hell, seeing demons come out and vampires. And then in another fashion show, you would see angels and an apparition coming down, from the heavens above. And it was just this contrast and very otherworldly and sci-fi that made me fall in love with Thierry Mugler.
That's amazing. So all of this started in the Philippines. When did you move over to the States?
So I moved to the States in 2002, and it took 10 years for me to get here because I was in line and I was already older when my dad, who happened to be a U.S. citizen, petitioned for me. So it took a while.
Okay, so where did you move initially? Did you move straight to Las Vegas, or did you have a few stops along the way and where you lived?
Since my dad lives in the Bay Area, I lived with him.
Okay.
Yes, in the Bay Area, and then moved to LA, and then moved to Vegas.
Okay, that's amazing. So you
Yes.
have your own fashion design.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about what inspires your particular line and your design.
So I love architecture. I love modern and futuristic architecture, and once again, I incorporate things that I see in movie, like the sci-fi flicks that I see. So I try to incorporate it in my designs. I'm not really into florals.
Right.
Florals for spring. Groundbreaking.
Not us. Okay, not that.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
So I love, fierce and fabulous style. Sometimes it could be for a vampy vixen, or sometimes it could be like for a character in the movie like La Femme Nikita, like she's into an espionage and she's like an action hero.
Yeah.
Or she's like the Black Widow, or she's about to take over the world like Wonder Woman. So, those are the types of goddesses that are in my mind when I start designing.
So do you have particular fabrics that you like to use? Do you like leather? Do you like chiffon? Do you like silk? What is...
I love leather, and I love patent leather.
That was
I
my
love
second
black
guess,
patent leather because I remember the first time that I went to Hong Kong, and it was winter over there. And I went there with colorful outfits and all that. And it was a shock that all the women there looked like they came from the Matrix.
Ooh.
All like black patent leather from top. And I was like, I feel so out of place here wearing my orange jacket.
You need to go to Japan for that.
Yes, exactly. But still, I mean, Japan is also the epicenter of fashion in Asia. Oh
They're
my gosh.
Very avant-garde.
They don't play.
Yeah, eccentric, avant-garde. They test limits.
Yes.
You wouldn't think, right?
Yes.
But we love it. Everyone loves it. But
we love the Harajuku girl.
Yes. I still have some stuff. When Gwen Stefani had her line.
There you go. Yes.
I still have her bags, her little perfumes with the little girls on it. Anyway,
Yes.
yeah.
Mhm.
So, do you have a line? Do you have designs you're working on right now? Is there like a premiere for a show in the future?
Right now, I placed everything on hold, because I have a day job and, I'm doing social media shows. But eventually, when my funds will allow me to do it, I think I'm going to open up my fashion line again.
Oh, that's amazing.
Because I'm in the right place. Vegas is the right place, and we're just very close to LA.
Yeah.
I could see myself doing LA Fashion Week or New York.
Yes, obviously. But what I want to ask is, now that you're back in Las Vegas and that's kind of an end goal for you to reopen your line and start showcasing at these fashion shows, do you feel like you want to be a part of the growing fashion community in Vegas? Because I know we kind of lack it. We don't have a particular style. There's no Vegas street style. There's no fashion week that's big enough. There is one, but it's very independent.
Yeah.
Throwing a bunch of people who want to be in it, right?
Yes. I think that, there is a Las Vegas Fashion Designers Association here in Vegas, which is spearheaded by the amazing David Tupas, and so proud of him. He's also Filipino, and he's made it big in Hollywood, amongst the Hollywood stars, and he shows in New York Fashion Week. I think that we need more people like him here in Las Vegas, who takes fashion really seriously, and not people who just, when you see their shows and everything, I mean, it just looks like a complete joke, because it's not the legitimate thing that you and I are used to.
Yeah. Like,
and I know that you're very well versed in fashion.
Yes.
I'm very proud of you.
Oh, thank you. Fashion is. I always had a dream when I was young. I was either going to be a stylist or a designer. I would start designing when I was younger.
Yes.
But then obviously I wanted to be on camera too. So I'm like, how do we mold that? Maybe one day I can have my own collab with somebody.
But I could see your style. I could see it.
And I love showcasing it for you guys. But that is what we lack, and it's kind of good for independent people that really have their own fashion, because I feel like a lot of people come to Vegas with their own knowledge from wherever they're from. They bring it here and they just do their own thing, but there's no community where we can celebrate fashion, where we can showcase original designs, not repurchased and put together for the runway, but literal, drawn out, digitally drawn out, designed for particular models, and something new and refreshing. Right, and I'm glad that that's kind of like your goal.
Yes.
And I know you've gone to Paris, and you're going to New York.
Yes.
To see a lot of designers, really showcase a lot of their work. So tell us about when you went to Paris. What really stood out for you?
Well, first of all, my main goal of flying at all the way to Paris is to see Thierry Mugler. It's funny that when I booked my ticket to the museum, Mugler was still alive back then. And then 2 months before I flew to Paris, unfortunately, he passed away through, some mysterious causes. And, I really, really, really loved the Thierry Mugler exhibit. And so did my travel companion. She loved it so much, but that we stayed stuck in that museum for 3 hours. So that's how much she was not expecting to love it that much. So we just took videos and pictures and all that. And then incidentally, since I'm going to New York the second week of May, it feels like the spirit of Mugler is following me, because my first day in New York is the last day of the Mugler exhibit. And it's going to be in the Brooklyn Museum this time. The same exhibit that was in the Louvre at the Mad Museum, and we all say Mad because the real name of the museum is Musée des Arts Décoratifs, but who could pronounce that, right?
Just you and the French.
So we say Mad Museum. So that very same retrospective will be shown in New York when I will be there. So I'm like, what are the odds? Like,
Yeah.
what is, the universe telling
Yeah.
me? What is God telling me?
To push your design.
Yes,
So
to
Blair
push.
has inspired you. Now
Yes.
that he's passed on, his legacy lives on. It's now your turn
Yes.
to rise up and
Oh my gosh.
one day end with your own exhibit
Yes. Yes.
all around that travel, so people can come see your designs. And what better way for it to start in Las Vegas and
Yes.
then have you take in? Do you feel like you take in a lot by just watching, sitting back and watching, and then kind of using that to make your next moves in the fashion industry?
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
And one last thing about my trip to New York. I will fly over there to see Karl Lagerfeld
Okay.
as well.
Yes. Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Chanel.
The man who gave his cat $300 million as an inheritance.
Yeah.
Choupette.
Oh, we always want to be a cat. How can we be that cat?
I know.
Right? Amazing.
Yes.
So a little bit in like the fashion industry itself. So you have your own likes, you have your own dislikes, but I know that there's a lot of stigmas to how fashion is showcased. Now, they all try to revolutionize different ways of doing a show, but we see a lot of lack when it comes to models, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a stigma of you have to make your original design in a certain size, and that's why they have to choose models of a certain height and bust size, hips, all of those things. Do you believe in that? What would your vision be if you were to have an opportunity to showcase your line in Las Vegas? Would you follow that same pattern, or would you try to revolutionize, mold it a little bit?
I think for the line that's going to be sold ready to wear in the stores and the boutique, well, I definitely will cater to people with different sizes and not just the supermodel size, but for the runway, because I'm very very old school. I'm stuck in the 80s and the 90s. So I still, and I know I might be crucified for saying this, but I still like to see the Jerry Hall type of a model. Jerry Hall, Iman, and Naomi Campbell, Linda, where there were like true glamazon goddesses on the catwalk, on the runway shows. I still would love to see that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that's still very prevalent, apart from Rihanna.
Yes,
Savage
apart from
Fenty,
Rihanna, yeah.
and apart from plus size designs.
Yes.
But obviously, then I won't be doing your runway. I'll just be doing your print
Oh
campaigns.
no, oh honey, no.
I'll just be doing his print campaigns, but
well, guess what? The print campaign will be blown up in a building somewhere in Times Square in New York.
Yeah,
and there she will be in the middle of Times Square.
Hey, goals.
Yeah.
Hashtag dreams, hashtag goals. That's
yeah, and of course,
amazing.
because you'll be there, you'll be exposed in Times Square, you'll also be in my show. She'll be the bride.
Great. I can't wait. Now I'm
Yes.
going to hold you to it. I have your number,
yes,
and I'm going to
yes.
be like, so how's that line going? Because, but anyway, so let's move on a little bit. Now you have history with theater and acting, and now you have your own show on this network. So
Yes.
what is it like being a host for a show that critiques movies? Since you are an actor, you kind of see both sides. So tell us how you kind of formulated the beginnings of this TV show.
Spotlight. Just to let your viewers know, before this, two years ago, when I was still here in social media, I had another show called Fab Life. And so I did a lot of movie reviews as well, and fashion reviews, and all the big commercial box office hit movies. Now it's a little bit challenging because my task is to see, watch independent movies and critique them. So it's a bit challenging for me since I'm not really used to watching independent movies, but yeah, I mean it's really fascinating and very interesting.
Yeah,
Yes.
you learn a lot, especially being an actor. Now, do
Yes.
you feel like you're worried about telling your true feelings and your critiques on camera, or are you just no filter, you're going to say the truth to whoever's watching?
I feel like it's going to be half and half. I know I'm giving myself away. And if I have a harsh critique, I'll try to, filter it in a very polite way. Yes.
Well, that's good though, because I think we need more people to say what's real, and because these are independent films, and a lot of these films are being shot in Las Vegas,
Yes.
It helps people grow that way. Because a lot of people, I think, when they do a lot of, especially in Las Vegas, they do a lot of businesses or careers and things like that. A lot of ego can get in the way. It's a smaller city. Everyone's trying to hustle and chase the dream. So I think for you, the good thing is because you're not really scared of having that underlying truth, it might really make people grow and really pay attention to independent films, because they could be amazing too at the same time.
Yes.
And, just promote them and do all those things. So if you guys have an independent film, you can submit them. You can sponsor us, and then JC can critique.
Yes, I can critique, or I can also star in your independent
that
movies.
too. And then he can also just be as fabulous as he is, and then
absolutely.
and then, showcase to you what fashion is.
Just put me in a fabulous costume and I'll be fine.
So I want to ask one last question before we head to break, and I always ask my guests one of these really hard questions. Is there a philosophy that you live by?
A philosophy that I live by. Express yourself.
Oh.
That's
that.
And I always express myself, whether people like me in person or in social media, whether they accept me or not. I just express myself.
That's amazing.
Everybody loves JC.
They do. Everyone loves JC.
Puresa, is that you?
The main thing is a lot of people fear expressing themselves in a genuine and authentic way, because I think a lot of people are trying so hard to create an image of themselves to be liked, right? And they're scared that if they're not what's popular, if their personality, their likes, dislikes are not trending, they feel that they won't be accepted. And I feel like this is a time and a generation where that should be null. It should be what you just said, express yourself. And I love asking that question, because every time I watch my guests think about the answer, because they're unprepared, and they say it, I think the answer sums up them totally. Like with one phrase, and it's amazing. I should make a compilation of this. Every person I ask that question to, it fits perfectly for them, and kind of literally who you are as a person. You're express yourself 24/7. And it shows, and I love it. Every time I see you, you're full of energy, full of life. He's got a lot to say, a lot to express, and he doesn't hide it. And these are the people we need, especially in fashion.
Yes, especially in fashion.
Especially in fashion.
One last thing, the reason why Lady Gaga is my goddess.
Yes.
Because she is like, oh my gosh, I'm at a loss for words. But she really expressed herself fearlessly.
Unapologetic.
Unapologetically.
She was my idol back when she still is, because of how she just didn't care. She was ahead of her time. She would do things, and she would create things that people now find legendary. And she has her own museum. Yes. The stuff that she would wear, especially Alexander McQueen.
Oh my gosh.
She made me love Alexander McQueen. The heels that were like the claw.
Yes.
That was the moment for me.
And incidentally, those lobster heels were sold for $12,000. And after McQueen passed away, unfortunately, there was a lady that bought the shoes, and she had no intention of wearing it for $12,000.
Just place them there. They're a work of art itself.
Yeah, in the middle of her dining room. And
as it should be.
Yes.
It's a work of art, and that's what fashion should be.
Yes.
Amazing. So, JC, thank you so much for being on my show. You've been an amazing guest.
Thank you for having me.
I love that you're bringing fashion to Las Vegas, and I love that he's bringing fashion to you viewers. And normally it's just me, but now we have JC here that's also going to bring fashion to you and bless your eyes with amazing rhinestones and patent leather and Matrix and Carmen Sandiego, like all of the above, Lady Gaga. And Mugler. H&M's going to have a Mugler collaboration.
I know, I'm so excited.
So you better be first in line.
Yes.
Get your pieces now, honey.
You'll see me with a giant shoulder pad.
Oh, yes, period. We can be shoulder pad.
Yes, yes,
That'd be
absolutely.
amazing. I would love to have you back when this line comes out. And I'm saying when because I'm going to manifest it for you. It's going to happen.
Oh, yes.
When
yes,
it happens, we're going to showcase them here. And I would love to wear one while we interview you and we can talk about your structure and everything. I love it.
Everything.
Love it.
Yeah, from your luscious lips to God's ear.
But everyone,
Yes.
JC, please look him up. Keep in contact. He is on Instagram, right? And
Yes.
he is on Facebook. Tell them your handle really quick before we head to break.
Pardon me?
Your handle, your Instagram handle, where to
My
find you.
J. Crisologo.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
So when we come back, we have an amazing athlete, actor, and someone full of charisma ready to take this seat and hopefully not actually die of fire because it is the hot seat. But anyway, JC, everyone, stay tuned for our next guest.
Hello, everyone. This is Joseph Skoda with Social Media Shows. Well, I thank all of you for your support through these last several years, and it's been a lot of fun. We've given people a voice they never had before. Now, Social Media Shows is always collaborating with our veterans to help them do things and help out the veterans who are struggling today. And we teamed up with GI Connections, connecting veterans with resources. So please consider helping and donating to this great cause because we're always doing things for veterans. So GI Connections, Social Media Shows, and you is what makes the world a better place. Once again, Joseph Skoda, proud United States Air Force veteran.
Social Media Shows is a production company based here in Las Vegas, Nevada. We offer these services. We've been streaming shows live in real time for over 4 years on major social media platforms and also on our website socialmediashows.com. And we are now on Roku TV. We welcome you to have your own show on our TV network. Call us 651-955-8743 or email us at admin@socialmediashows.com.
Hi guys, and we are back on the hot seat with Priscilla. Wasn't JC amazing? I love, and I can talk about fashion all day. Our DMs literally are all about sending each other the latest designs of amazing designers that we know that are premiering in France, Milan, New York, LA, blah, blah, blah. So I can't wait till, I'm going to hold him to it, to have that line and bring fashion to Las Vegas in a legitimate way, not a small way. But anyway, we're moving and shifting gears to this amazing guy. I know him by Boogie, but that we just had a conversation about. I didn't even know what his real name was. My bad. But he's a good friend of mine. I've met him on some sets of movies, so we've done some acting together. But he's also an athlete, and he's hilarious online. Like, he has a social media presence that will make you laugh 24/7 with the best memes, the best gifs, all the videos, all the things that are going live. So it's absolutely amazing. I can't wait to talk about it. And he's a sneakerhead. So fashion really is going to drag onto this guest right here. So everyone, please welcome Boogie, a.k.a. Daryl Evans. Hey,
How you doing?
the man, the myth, the legend.
How you doing?
Please take a seat. Those sneakers, though, let's show the audience. So you're a sneakerhead, and
Yeah.
he is literally all of the
Had to throw my
above.
yacht clubs on today,
Yeah.
super
we had
smooth,
to-
getting warm outside, man. Trying to
Thank
look
God.
nice,
Even though it's raining today. So
I know,
it's not really
huh?
that warm today. So there's a lot to unpack with you because
Yeah.
I've realized when I asked you to be on the show, like, first of all, he's always supportive. You're always in the DMs. You're always doing the best you can to hype everybody else up. I love that.
Absolutely.
But when I asked you to be on the show, I was like, you do so many different things. I don't even know what to say. Like, acting, TV,
Yeah,
social
yeah.
media, podcasts, sneakers,
Yeah.
memes, laughing all the
I
time.
try to stay active, man. I try to stay active.
Yeah.
Dibble-dabble to a lot of things. I'm a happy person.
Yeah.
Staying positive, hyping my friends up and whatnot. I like going out here and there. I'm getting a little older, so I be sleeping in the club at like 11 p.m. But yeah, man, I love playing ball. Obviously, I like posting memes and everything. And acting is one of my true passions that I really want to get into. I learned a lot of that from you, just seeing you online, and, it gives me motivation to, work harder. And coming from this surgery, I mean, it gave me, like, time to think about life and what I want to do and start going after my passions.
Okay, let's unpack all of that information. Start with, so you have a history of being an athlete. You did athletes in high school. You did a lot of athletic sports in college in Florida. You're from Indiana.
Yeah, Gary, Indiana.
And then you went to Florida for college and did some sports.
Yeah.
Baseball,
yeah,
correct?
Absolutely.
So what was that like for you, and how did it lead to the recovery process and surgery that
Okay, so coming from Gary, Indiana, it's not the biggest city, but, it's known for basketball, sports and everything. So since I was little, I've been playing ball since I was 4 years old. Been playing basketball since I was 7. And I've just been an athlete all my life. It runs through my family. And going through high school, graduated, went to college, played 4 years of college baseball at Florida A&M. One of the best experiences of my life. After that, I played a little semi-pro ball with a team back in Gary, Indiana, the Gary Railcats, in Summer League. And then after that, I just started working, and I'm thinking, like, man, I want to move away. Where should I go? Areas that I went to college when I was a senior, Vegas, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, I'll think about it. That next month, I was gone. Oh. So, I moved out here. I play a lot of basketball in adult leagues and everything, and I just been living life. I can't complain. I was playing in an adult league last September. And after the game, I'm still trying to think. I'm 18, 19, trying to get up. Man, I throw the ball up, catch a oop, and when I go down, my knees just snapped.
Oh, no.
And I'm just like, here I go again. I tore my Achilles, that'd be about 4 years ago. 4 years ago, and it was tough. I bounced back, by the grace of God. And the same thing going with this, I didn't think I was going to walk again. I didn't know what to expect. I'm down with both knees, and it's very rare that it happens. Yeah. Very rare that it happens. So I've been praying, I've been working hard, my physical therapist, I got my mom in my corner, my friends, my family, everybody, especially you've been supporting me, man, give me the encouragement, and everybody has been backing me up, and it pushed me to go harder, because a lot of people, it's hard to bounce back from this.
Oh, yeah. I'm
not giving up. I'm determined to be better than I'm back in the gym consistently. I feel good. I'm trying to look good.
Yeah, that's good. And you're not giving up physically, too. Some people are just like, they make excuses to sit around, do something else, and then all the muscle mass just depletes, and they got to start over. When they finally can walk, they're back in the gym like, oh my God, I wish I had, I got you. Like the lats and stuff like that.
No, I couldn't go out like that, man. I couldn't go out like that. So.
And that's good. I've seen a lot of your recovery videos that you posted when you're in physical therapy, and you're showcasing the process, and I think it's pretty inspiring for other people and other athletes that are still in their prime too, and they're really young, and they end up hurting themselves, and they're in the big leagues, and they're like, oh my God, I want my career to come back. So I think that's really good that you're doing that. Do you have hopes to get back into sports? Or
absolutely.
Man,
I know a lot of people out there are like, man, Bug, just give it up. Because, I am getting older, but I think it was more so that I wasn't taking care of my body like I was supposed to at this age.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing a lot of legs. I focused on a lot of upper body, and I just wasn't focused on the full body, intensity of workouts. So now it's important for me to get my legs back stronger. Like the physical therapist said, it could have been my legs were strong, but my tendons were weak. So what do? You build your tendons back up. So now, since I know how to work out, I don't want to get hurt no more. I'm going to just bounce back from this.
Yeah, that's amazing. But so this time has given you a lot to think about.
Yeah.
You're thinking about, okay, so what else am I passionate about? Like, let's reflect. You are getting older, and you're like, well, what else should I do? So is this when you kind of really started thinking of acting as something serious?
Absolutely. Just being around sets. Like, back home, I didn't even think about acting because it just, like, being in Indiana, we don't really have a lot of that going on. But moving out here, you just see everybody passionate. You see it and get it going, too. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just a lot of, like, hyping myself up, just reading, studying, and just wanting to do it now. Like, actually having the full passion to just go out of it. Why not?
Mm-hmm. What was the initial kind of spark in you that thought acting? Like, now I want to become an actor. Was it a movie? Was it
after we did Back on the Strip, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay,
after we did Back on the Strip.
Okay.
And just being around, like, the people I was watching, like, growing up, like, Faison Love, Chris Spencer, Bill Bellamy. Like
Yeah.
I grew up watching them. They're big,
Yeah.
and especially in the African American community,
Mm.
they're big. So it's like, man, I've been watching Bill Bellamy since How to Be a Player. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I can be them. You know what I'm saying? I'm around them right now. Just the atmosphere was super dope. Everybody's happy
that was fun.
Wasn't
it was
it?
like 2 years. People keep asking when is that movie coming on, and I found out it's April 2023. Oh yeah, 2023. So I'm so excited.
Yeah.
So I was heavily featured on that one.
Absolutely.
I didn't know. Was that your first one? Is that where we met? I don't remember. That was so
It was either that. Did you do CSI?
I did. I hated
I think it was CSI.
Okay.
But no, but we really
Everyone
started
was
talking
CSI.
on Back in the Strip. Back in the Strip.
Yeah,
man.
there was like
you had your
2
little
years
cool little
ago,
dress
forever.
on.
Yeah.
You were strutting yourself like, hey, y'all.
Yeah,
hey,
hey,
okay.
I knew. Listen,
Okay.
I had a featured role,
Absolutely,
so I
absolutely.
was there with what the heck? Why did I just blank on his name? Apart from Bill Bellamy and like JR.
JB Smooth.
No.
Was he?
No. The we need to cut this out, Maria. Like when you edit this, cut this part where we forget the freaking name.
Was he Snipes?
Yes.
Was he Snipes?
Oh my god. I literally fought his name because I literally had an amazing say Wesley Snipes. How can I forget that? But anyway, we're gonna edit that. No. She's like, no, Wesley, don't come for me. But anyway, it was an amazing time. It was just over 2 years ago.
Man. Super.
COVID was just about, and it was a hot mess.
Yeah,
that was
absolutely.
So that was.
I mean, that gave me that spark, man. Like, this is dope. This is dope. Just think about just doing that for the rest of your life, like something that you're good at. Like it's just in you.
Yeah.
Like I'm not trying to toot my horn, but like I have charisma, I have personality. Yes. Like I like having fun. Like I like hyping people up, being around people. Just it'd just be dope. I feel like that's my calling. Sports didn't work out, and I never like really got depressed about it. I mean, it is what it is. Everybody not gonna make it. So what do you do now? You find another passion. Do you go out of it?
You did make it though. You created your own legacy with sports,
yeah,
and that's
true.
Was that something that you wanted to actually take all the way?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, that was your.
Baseball was my thing, but as I was getting older, I just started getting hurt. Injuries started occurring, and it just sometimes God is just like, it is what it is.
The body you can't play with.
Never gave up. Moved out here, living life. I'm healthy. I'm blessed. I got a beautiful family, beautiful friends. My mom is amazing. So I mean, what more could I ask for? Man? What more can I ask for?
So social media is a big thing for you.
Yes.
You have multiple pages, but the biggest one, Fresh Kicks. This one has got all these memes, and now whenever I see a meme, I send it to him because I think it's hilarious. But when did you start sharing that with the world?
So I've always been in social media. I've always been into sharing memes, but like when I out of nowhere, I just started getting time to post. When I started posting simultaneously, and then I started doing it consistently, that's when I feel like the people started coming because on social media, like I have a lot of friends I've never even met in person, but it's like we are all one big family. Yeah. Especially Skinny Dude No Tats and One Pink Rose. Those are like my favorite people in the world. They're a married couple, but at the end of the day, like I've been knowing them since 2013 or 14 when I moved out here. So I'm like, man, I just started watching them, learning from them, and I mean, it happened, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's good because that's where I really started to connect with you on social media.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Because you can't really rely on a lot of sets and stuff like that, and everyone's doing their own thing, and there's people everywhere, and they're not talking, and then everyone's got their group on the set they're talking to.
No, I got you.
So social media came, and I have that opportunity to connect with you. That's when we just started BSing. And it was amazing, and I love your energy, and you're always like, yo, I see you, and I'm like, I see you. What do you mean?
Yeah, when I seen you on that one commercial with the the drinking commercial, I was like, she's so cool. Oh. I'm like, look at her.
That's really not.
I was so proud of you, man. You got me over there repeating the commercial, man. Yes, I had to hype you up, man. That's super dope. Yeah. Like you're doing big things out here, man, and you have a lot of haters out here, and we always talk about this, man. But at the end of the day, you don't let it get to you. What do? You keep doing your thing. You're hosting your show, man. Like, it's just life is good. God is blessing you. So just keep it going,
I need him in my pocket everywhere I go.
I
just
appreciate
have him
that.
in his pocket so he can just be on here, both sides, like the little.
Hey, I got you, man. I got you, man.
Well, amazing. So you have your own podcast or something?
So yeah, me and my bros, we got our podcast called the Run Your Mouth Podcast on West Coast. And we've been doing it for about a year now, year and some change. And it's going pretty good. We on all platforms, listening and everything. And it's just super dope. Like, we actually talked about it for a long time. We was out at Gold Spike one night, and we were just BS talking. Like, yeah, man, we should do this, we should do that. Next month, we was on it. Mm-hmm. We was on it. So It's pretty dope, pretty cool. We talk about sports, you know, nightlife, you know, just pop music, pop culture, everything, and I think people will really enjoy it.
Yeah, that's different. I mean, the first step is always just to do it
Absolutely,
and start it. That's
absolutely.
the hardest step, and then once it's going, you just kind of figure it out.
Oh, for
and
sure,
it
for
works
sure.
out. As long
For
as you're
sure.
passionate about what you're talking about, right? Like everyone is that are doing podcasts or doing talk shows, all those things. Like it just
You got to start. I feel like nowadays is a lot of people have a lot of self-doubt. You know, they self-sabotage themselves. Okay, I don't want to start it because what if it's not as good? How do you know?
yeah.
How do you just do it?
Exactly.
If it don't work, it don't work out. You got to figure it out. You got to tweak it and then make it work. Everybody doesn't, you know, become successful at the same time. It's gonna take time. Nothing happens overnight. It could, you know, but at the end of the day, like you have to work at what you want. And I feel like that's what I learned, like along the line, like I grew up. So when I became an adult, it's like I'm expecting everything. That's not how life works.
Yeah.
You got to work at what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm thinking, like acting and everything. Okay, I'm gonna get roles, blah blah. No, you got to go after it, and then once you get into it, then it'll start coming. So I just tell people like whatever goals and dreams you have, pray and go after it. If it works out, it works out. If it don't, it don't. Don't give up.
Yeah.
A lot of people give up nowadays. You know, that's why you see a lot of depression. You know, I don't like talking about but a lot of suicides and everything because people like they think it's the end, and it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. Life is good. Life will be good, but you got to keep working at it into order to continuously
and believe that it'll be
absolutely. You got to believe, man. Believe.
That's the point. Even at the darkest moments, just know that that's just in that moment.
Absolutely.
5 minutes later, it could.
I swear, man, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
People just got to believe, man. Don't give
Yeah.
up.
So you're big. Also, another thing I want to talk about is we haven't had to talk about this at all.
Yeah.
On anyone talking about nightlife and going out. We talk a lot about performing here and things you can go see and things like that, but. You love that. Like, talk about some places in Vegas that we can showcase the audience. Like, your favorite places to go, what you like to do. We got a lot.
So my favorite place to go is probably Dre's After Hours. And that's just because I'm a night owl. You know, I like staying out late. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, not no more, but I used to like staying out late. I like Jewel nightclub. I like all the nightclubs, man, because they're all super dope.
Person.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm not an EDM person. Though.
Okay.
I do not go to the ones. I don't want to do. I don't want to hit it all day. I do not want to hit it all day. When I first moved out here, we went to was it either Surrender or Excess? I forgot. And I'm like, man, this is nice. And then they started playing a rap song. And I'm like, cool. And then it, do. I walked out. I'm good. I am straight, bro. I don't want to hear that all day. But I mean, I'm not knocking it. Whoever likes it. You know, go have fun. But at the end of the day, man, like, nah, that's not for me. But I do like going out. Not as much as I used to because now, you know, you working full time, you get tired, you get older, and it's just the same music, and you know, sometimes you gotta take a break from it. But yeah, I love the nightlife. I like having fun. I like going out. I don't like sitting home all day long.
Yeah.
I like, you know, I go
meet people, create experiences.
I think I want to do more so the day clubs.
Okay.
This year.
That would be your scene.
Go out to day clubs.
That would
be
definitely be your scene, but that's amazing. Are there
Absolutely.
any local? Okay, so there are a lot on the Strip. There's a lot of touristy areas. Is there any local places that you frequent, like downtown, or maybe places that are hidden that no one knows about that we can shout out?
I like Commonwealth.
Okay.
I like Commonwealth.
That's
I used to go to Ghost Bike a lot. It's cool. I like Parkway Tavern.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Everyone loves a little Parkway at every corner.
Bourbon Street, like that. That's my spot, man. That is my spot. 24 hours happy hour. You know, cheap drinks. Absolutely, man. You can get toe up. Oh, $19, man. 4 drinks for $19. Yeah, I get my whiskey and soda water because I gotta watch my figure, watch my calories. So. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, y'all sleep, man. Y'all are sleep on Bourbon Street. Y'all
you always pass the Bourbon Street. You pass the Joe's. You pass the
well, that's on you. Whatever. She's passing up on good stuff, so that's on her. Yeah. So now you know.
Well, okay, excuse the heck out of me. But you should come to Oddfellows with me. I don't know why. Now we're vibing. We've solidified this relationship. K-pop night is next week at Oddfellows. Now we're talking about nightlife. We're going to give a shout out. Oddfellows is a great place. It's a great place
absolutely.
That has every night a different theme. They cater to locals. They cater to people who have specific tastes in music and whatever it is that they like that they may not find. It's not mainstream.
Yeah.
They got a Latin night. They got 80s. They got emo. Like I K-pop, and if you don't see that, if you go to Dre's.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Omnia or Hakusan.
I've done karaoke there before.
Right. So you're gonna come.
Okay, I'll be down. I will be down.
We'll come back. You should have your own show talking about nightlife in Vegas. Cool. Things to do, things to not do.
Okay, I'm down for that, man. I got you.
Amazing. So I want to ask you the final question. So is there a philosophy you live by?
Honestly, let go, let God, and you can't fight, chase, stress, or worry about anything that you can't control. And that's just how I live life. That's how I live life, man.
Period.
My mom taught me that.
But before we go, Boogie, where did this nickname come from?
So when I was a baby, I used to dance a lot in my stroller, bouncing up and down when I hear music. My mom named me. She said, that's Boogie. So it's pronounced Boogie. But a lot of people not going to say Boogie. They going to say Boogie.
Yeah.
Boogie mean dancing. Yeah. So she named me Boogie, and that's why I got it.
If I call you Boogie, I would think you have a boogie.
Oh, nah. I had a lot of mocos too, but mostly dancing.
Yeah, and his little sneakers and stuff like that. But anyway, I'm going to still call you Boogie.
Okay.
Boogies, boogers, and things.
I'm down with that, man.
Our
friendship solidified. We good. You can call me whatever you want to, man.
The relationship is solidified. Well, anyway, amazing. Daryl Evans, # Boogie, everyone. Tell them your handle so that they can find you.
So my Instagram is FreshKicks22. Facebook, Daryl Boogie Evans. And my TikTok is Just Boog? Just Boog or Just Daryl. One or two. I really don't be on there like that, but if you want to, go check it out. Yeah, but I'm an Instagrammer. So,
Instagram, he be on there.
Oh, I'll be on there.
If you want to laugh, he be on there.
If you want to laugh, go check it out. Okay? Adios.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and then just like that, we're cutting a break for our last guest. Everyone, Boogie, just stay tuned after we're going to meet our final guest of the show. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome to Social Media Shows. Have you been watching social media shows recently? Of course you have. We have been live streaming for 4 years across social media platforms. We produce over 70 shows with over 1,000 episodes. In the process, we've helped over 100 creators realize their dreams and start their own show. We give platforms to promote your business. If you are an artist, if you have an event, if you are entrepreneurs, or if you have a story. If you haven't done it yet, go ahead and subscribe and follow us on major social media platforms. And if you have a great idea of a show, join us. Social media shows can help you produce and live stream your own show. Let us help you make your dream become a reality.
Have you been thinking about having your own TV show and how to publish it? Social Media Shows is what you're looking for. Start your show with our network and your first month could be free. Inquire now. Email us at admin@socialmediashows.com. We accept applications from around the world.
Hi guys, and welcome back to the Hot Seat with Priscilla. I am your host, Priscilla Moy, and we've had two amazing guests so far. I think fashion is going to be the overlying theme of today's episode because our next guest, he is the owner of a local brand called Keep It Universal, and he is here to tell us the whole story behind it and what really drives him to push this brand. And he always showcases it probably at First Fridays. We're going to talk about that and where you can buy it and all these things. So everyone, please meet Manuel Ayala. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Can I just put this down here?
All right.
All right. What's happening?
Welcome to the show. This is our first time meeting. This is the first time,
this is my first time doing this type of thing.
This is absolutely amazing. So your first interview ever?
Yeah, for this type of thing.
For this type of thing. So, welcome. I hope it's going to be a successful thing for you. I want to make it as amazing as possible. We want to showcase this brand. Cool. Did a little research on you prior. So you're a realtor, but you also have this brand called Keep It Universal.
That's correct.
Right, and you guys have tees, you have hoodies, you have hats, all of those things. Yep. And it started kind of around the pandemic time that kind of sparked this inspiration, right? Mm-hmm. So tell us about What is Keep It Universal? What's the vibe?
Keep It Universal. It's about bridging cultures and embracing diversity. It's about celebrating differences. You know, like during the pandemic, you know, I noticed there was a social disconnect. You know, the social media got loud. People, you know, defriended people or whatever, and I'm like, you know, there's got to be a way to bring it back together, you know, and it wasn't something that I've been thinking about, you know, so I put a Facebook post in and I said, you know, everybody send their favorite song, and I had like 63 songs, and I got all those songs and I made a whole playlist out of them. It took me about a week to get through, and I noticed during that journey, it was like my musical journey with all these different people, and I was like, you know, after the experience, I came back in and I noticed, you know, I was able to connect with so and 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 so, which was really cool. They don't know it, you know, through a song, and I know there's probably some differences that we have. You know, I know we probably don't have the same favorite color, the same lucky number, whatever, but we connected, you know, through this musical kind of journey. So I reached out and I went back to that post and I hashtagged it Keep It Universal, and I didn't think nothing of it. I just thought of it as like, hey, you know, keep it cool. Hey, you know, we're one. You know, it's a unity thing. Yeah. So, and it kind of stuck with me, and it just took off from there.
That's amazing. I mean, that's a great way. I think music connects people, no matter what your type of music is or what you generally would like listening to. Maybe it's something you don't know of, and then you hear, and then now you have something to connect you with people. I think everyone loves music in some way or the other, so that's a great way to kind of just keep it engaged, because everyone's sitting at home anyway, right? And so your designs, now what's your inspo like when it comes to the certain types of clothes you sell and the designs, the prints and stuff?
We're trying to grasp that concept a little bit more. You know, we do want to push the, you know, empowering diversity, you know, that we are one, that we do come from the same ground, you know, we do come from the same thing, and I think people disconnect and we forget about that. You know, we're raised a certain way. You know, we're conditioned with this cultural kind of mindset. You know, and we reflect on that from the past and the present, and it kind of distorts the future. So I think, okay, let's bring it back home. We're in the present right now. I'm here, like we're here as a reminder. You know, as hey, we come from the same piece of cloth. You know, we cut from the same cloth. So that's what we're trying to push, you know, and with our designs, you know, we're just kind of just starting out, so we're starting to feel out how to project that even more at this point.
Yeah, because they seem pretty cool. Like when I was looking through your Instagram, you guys have, you know, a lot of different colors, you know, the fonts, the way that you're printing them on the hoodies and things like that. So it can kind of reach a vast amount of styles, right? So I guess in the Keep It Universal thing, but it goes under the arts as well. So do you have history with an art background, anything like that?
I played music. I was in a band. Yeah, my family, or my grandpa was an artist. My dad was a musician all his life. So I played in a band. I still play guitar to this day. And, you know, we are an artsy family. And, you know, I mean, universal expressions in general, you know, art, dance, you know, acting, you know, food even, you know, I think it's just all there, you know, and you know, if you go to a concert, you know, you kind of live in the present. You forget about everything and anything else. You're in the present. You're enjoying the moment. You're dancing with, you know, who knows who, and you're just having a good time. You know, can we approach life that way continuously and pretend we're at this one concert with no music, but understand that, hey, you know, this is who we are, and this is, you know, this is a way to connect.
Yeah, and I love that your passions kind of came together. You started with music. You used music to connect with people, and then inspired something like a brand.
It's a, you know, we're figuring it out as we go. You know, it's not an easy task to tackle, right? You know, especially coming from, you know, I do real estate. I was a bartender for 20-something years, and on the Strip, and you know, I've been sober for 5 years.
Congratulations.
But you know, so when you jump in from a business mindset as far as a realtor, and then you jump into this creative mind, it's day and night. You know, it is day and night. So it is a tough thing to tackle, but we're starting to understand it. You know, we're getting some feedback. You know, we do the first Fridays, we do the Market in the Alleys, which I wanted to quickly mention. You know, Market in the Alleys every first and third Sunday. So you just look up Market in the Alley if you haven't heard of it. on Instagram, and of course First Friday, and we're getting a lot of the feedback from the people that come in, and some of them, what is keeping universal? So it starts a conversation, and some people just get it instantly. They just walk in and say, I understand, I get it, so this is cool, boom, and they walk out with something, which is really cool. And I want to thank the local, community for supporting us in that way. It's important to support the local small businesses, right? That way, and I want to thank them all for coming by our booth.
Yeah,
it's cool.
That's something I definitely wanted to mention too. Is the First Friday, I did
Yeah.
see that you post about when you're going to be, where you're going to be.
Mhm.
They can come meet you guys. They can look at what you got going on for
Mhm.
sale, hear the story, and the story is always very important when it comes to local businesses,
Yes.
small businesses,
Yes.
restaurants, hotels, whatever it may be. There's always a story behind it.
Yes.
And when there's passion and confidence in it, that's when it really thrives.
Yes.
I feel so. I love that, and I love that you're showcasing it. You're really pushing it. It's a different kind of hustle than it is when bartending and stuff
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
it is
right?
completely different. It's a
All
whole
both
different.
hustles, but different type.
Yeah, I learn something every day. I plug into a YouTube, a video, or an audio, something to get those creative juices flowing in my brain, and just to keep it rolling, because it is, like you said, my passionate side.
Yeah.
You got your, people ask me in real estate, don't you want to be successful? What's your idea of success?
Yeah.
What is your idea of
Right.
success?
Everyone's different.
Everybody's
Yeah.
different. Mine is fulfillment. Mine is, a good balanced family, family versus work, and, so I think, okay, you got, real estate to provide, and then you have your, whatever you need to do to fulfill that side of you, in your heart. So, the brand is part of that fulfillment in my life. I can't go on my years thinking like, I should have just fulfilled that part, that piece, and put that piece together. I can't think like that. I want to know that I did everything I can, and to make it not a better day for me, but a better world for everybody.
Yeah, it's better to try than regret later on
Yeah,
in life.
seriously. Yeah, seriously. Have no regrets. Everything I've done up till now, I wouldn't change a thing.
That's great, and I love that speech, because a lot of people, the hardest thing, and we were just talking about this with our other guests, is making that first step to just do it.
Yeah.
Not think about like, okay, but what if it doesn't work out?
Yeah.
What if like blah blah blah? Is to just do it, because once you start, you're like, oh, okay, I can believe in myself a little bit. You're seeing that. Wait a minute. All right.
I say go for it.
Yeah.
Like, and I like preach that to my friends, to family. Like, if it's something that you've been thinking about, and you don't even know how to take that step, or whatever it is, I tell them, reach out to me. Maybe I can guide you in a way. But if I can't help you, like, just do it. Like, just take, do it for yourself. Do it for that sense of fulfillment that you need. Because life is short. Life is just too dang short. So.
Yeah. You have also a standalone store, right? That people can
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just online right now.
Okay, just online right
Just
now.
online. So, and we hope to establish that.
Okay,
in
so
the next couple of years.
what is your goal for Keep It Universal? Do you want to make it a chain? Do you want to just keep it local in Vegas?
Worldwide,
Okay.
if possible. I think when you approach these things, you think big. You have to think big. You reach for the stars, you land somewhere amongst the clouds, right? So just, like, if you come into something like this, like, think big, and let that take you. Let those big thoughts, those big, everything that drives you to that big moment, that big idea, let it just take you for real.
Mm-hmm.
And I encourage people day in and day out, man, just make that one move. It's going to be a huge move. Just take it in small little increments, and just small little tiny increments. How do you chop down a sequoia tree with a toothpick? You just kind of slowly but surely kind of nip at it, right? And eventually you'll get it down. But that's just kind of my thought process. Okay, one little move at a time every single day. As long as the needle's moving in the right direction, even if you fail, you got to take it 2 steps back, right? I mean, failure. People's like, I'm scared to fail. I'm like, it's all part of the process.
Yeah.
You're gonna fail.
So
get used to it.
Yeah.
Get used to that whole failure thing. It's gonna happen. It's not a big deal. Just take it as a learning. Strengthen up a little bit and just keep on going.
Yeah. And you're a big family man, right?
I am.
And
yes.
so is your family involved in this brand too? Is this a big family affair?
Well, I try to get them involved. Like they are. They do come to First Friday. We did a show down in Los Angeles. We made it a family trip, all 6 of us, behind a 5x5 booth, which was kind of fun. And I think what's most important is that my kids, they see, dad just going for it.
Yeah.
They see dad, how to start a business, how to keep a business going. So it's good for them at the same time, visually. But they are involved. If you go on our website, that's my wife and that's my son and my daughter on there, the first page that you see. So, and, they're involved.
Yeah, that's an amazing thing, too, because I think a lot of people want to know that, everyone supports dad, and then it kind of inspires, the kids, too, that, okay, if I have a dream, I can go for it.
Right.
And, like, getting that support,
Yeah.
I think a lot of people lack.
Yep.
Or they don't really have that foundation when they're young, so they figure out as time goes on. But to have that support,
It's a different world too. It's a different world we live in. So it's I encourage them, do what makes you happy. Find that sense of fulfillment and just go full throttle on that. Like, I don't even care what it is. I don't care what it is. I really don't. I don't push them to do anything. You follow your heart, find that happiness. If you're happy, go for it. Take off.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. It kind of sums up, a lot of people that come out here to work, to start dreams. Are you from Vegas originally?
I've been here since '97.
Okay, and where are you from originally?
Los Angeles.
Oh, okay, you're from LA.
Yeah.
So you're a West Coast guy.
Yeah.
And you obviously love Vegas. And I think the good thing about Vegas is that it's very heavy on people coming here and making a community.
Yeah.
Right? And
Yes.
I think you're adding to that. I'm sure you see a lot of entrepreneurs and designers on First Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And we all support each other, too, which is the great thing. That's the great thing about the Arts District in general. Everybody's there to support. And I want to thank, again, the local people that know about it, that go out and they spend their money on the local, businesses. And, that's cool. It's super cool.
Do you think
Yeah.
seeing all these local artists in town kind of inspire you to kind of keep it going and grow in your company?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Every day I see, I always pat somebody on the back. You're doing a great job. Keep it going. Just keep moving, keep doing it, and they do the same with me. Right on, man. That's cool. So, it's important, and being a part of that community, that Arts District, First Friday, Market in the Alley, it's wonderful. All the local creatives come out and everybody supports each other. So it's cool.
Now, is this hat part of your...
Yes.
Oh, it is.
Yes.
So it's showcased to the audience. So you see this hat, this logo. This is his, right? His design.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of swag, but also very chic and cool and would fit everybody. We all like baseball hats.
She said it.
Yeah, like it fits
That's
all
good.
the things. And so what is probably your top selling product? Is it the hoodies, the hat, the shirt?
Oh, it comes in waves. It's really strange. Like one night this particular shirt will just fly off the shelf, and then the next night this hoodie will fly off the shelf. I'm trying to understand that. Like this whole apparel clothing line brand thing. It's really psychological. With the people and with how they're feeling that night, or I don't know. I'm still trying to understand it, but it is different. Like we burn through beanies, we burn through hoodies, we burn through tees. So we're looking to get a new wave, a new line coming through here shortly, and we're just working on that right now as we speak. And it takes time. It takes time to really dial it in and say that's it, or one little tweak. No, that's it. Oh, that dot shouldn't be there. Let's take that dot away. You know what I mean? And it's just. So I don't try not to rush into it.
Yeah.
I've learned that the hard way. I've made every mistake approaching this. I think it's okay too. So to the people that want to start something, you're gonna make all the mistakes, and if you do, let it be. Just keep on going, learn from them. And I continue to make mistakes, and it's all right. So, but we're trying to dial in some of the new graphics and trying to find what we really want and what message, and just try to get that message and to make it resonate even more to the people, and so they can really, really understand it, so they don't have to come behind our booth and say, hey, what's this all about? I want them to instantly be like, all right,
we know.
I
We
get
came
it,
before
man.
you.
Yeah, that's it. So,
yeah.
And it's a work in progress, and it always will be a work in progress, and I'm okay with it. So.
Yeah, I feel like I could see your designs in PacSun. I'm sure you know that chain
Oh,
store
yeah.
that has like Randy Melville. They got Geeezy, they got Adidas, they got all that stuff. Like
Yeah.
it's very that type of chic type of thing, like skaters,
Cool.
West Coast, beach vibe, boardwalk, easy wear, comfy. So it's pretty much that.
That's you
Yeah,
said
I
it.
can see it.
You
I
said
can
it.
see it. It's with the spring graphics that you have, the fonts. I'm like, all right,
Okay.
this isn't basic. This
All
is
right. Okay.
something that's amazing.
Cool.
So I support you 100%.
Thank you very much.
Now, is there a philosophy that you live by?
a philosophy. You know, I don't really have a philosophy. You know, I just feel that, you know, moving forward, you know, we've been through the ringer these last couple of years. Everybody, we all felt it, and we all have aftershocks from it. You know, it's kind of made our personalities a little different, the way we think, the way we move forward. You know, and I think I just want people just to stop for a second, right, and just be in that present moment, and just remember, and just, you know, compassion and love mainly. You know, like we have to resurface that somehow, some way. I don't know how, and that's what we're kind of working on. So if we can kind of just send the message of love, and hey, you know, there are things that we can connect with, you know, with each other. Doesn't have to be music, doesn't have to be art, but I know there's something, you know, out there that we can connect with. We don't. Then let's just try to remember that, so we serve as a reminder to people. Hey, keep it universal.
Keep it universal. Sums the whole thing up. I love it. So before we go, please tell everyone where they can find you, your shop, where they can meet you, kind of learn a little bit more about it in person.
Okay, we're going to be at First Friday, the first Friday of April, and we're going to be at Market in the Alley, which is, I forget, they have two locations, one at the Uncommons and one in the Arts District. So if you find Market in the Alley on IG, you'll find the location. Our handle is Keep It Universal Official, and there's a link there that has all our social medias on there, so you can find us there.
You can also order from the website.
And you can order from the website, and you can find us at First Friday. And I'd love to meet you. Come by the booth, and if you're watching this, I'll give you, let's see, 20% off.
Oh,
okay?
Look at that!
You come and visit me,
and
you say, I was watching the social media. You come and say, and I'll give you the 20% off. So
that's amazing.
Cool.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Well, thank you so much for being here. Keep it universal, guys. Manny Ayala, thank you so much. You're a great guest, very positive, great energy, charisma, great personality, great story, and we love to see that here on the hot seat.
Cool.
So thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Don't go anywhere yet so we can say our goodbyes.
Hello, everyone. This is Joseph Skoda with Social Media Shows. Well, I thank all of you for your support through these last several years, and it's been a lot of fun. We've given people a voice they never had before. Now, Social Media Shows is always collaborating with our veterans to help them do things and help out the veterans who are struggling today. And we teamed up with GI Connections, connecting veterans with resources. So please consider helping and donating to this great cause, because we're always doing things for veterans. So GI Connections, Social Media Shows, and you is what makes the world a better place. Once again, Joseph Skoda, proud United States Air Force veteran.
And welcome back to the hot seat. I am your host, Priscilla Moy, and wow, that was an amazing episode. All three of our guests showed up to share their stories, their passions with you viewers at home that love watching the hot seat, because it is the best show every Wednesday at 3 p.m. on Social Media Shows. So the best thing that I love about having people on here is not only does it work out in a way where we have like a common theme with all of our guests. Today obviously was positivity, passion, and fashion, of course. Like, no need to rhyme, but it rhymes because it's meant to be. But everyone has their own thing, their own style, their own charisma. And what I love is when you're passionate about something and you have the confidence to push forward, positive and great things will happen to you. And it's all about just picking yourself up, continue to do it, and maintain your goal in life. And I think all three people here just started something. They had a love for it. They looked into it. They just figured out a way to just start. And that's what we all promote here at Social Media Shows, especially me, because that's basically my whole life. Like, I want to do something, I just do it. No excuses. And here we are in this amazing studio speaking to people and sharing these amazing stories. So as always, we are open for more applicants to come onto the hot seat, or if you want to be in a different show, you can always apply that way. So please email admin@socialmediashows.com to submit yourself if you'd like to be a guest on any of the shows that Social Media Shows has. Now, we love, love, love when you comment, you support, you share your interviews or just the show in general to your page, just because social media is just an amazing marketing tool that we all have at our fingertips. So please continue to do that. We love seeing your feedback. We love seeing your support, getting to know these amazing people. If you ever want to connect with them, they do tell you their handles, how to reach them, how to connect with them, what they do. And if you ever want to just talk to them about inspiration or have them kind of push you and be like, oh my God, yeah, you can do it. Obviously, these three people that sat here today would be the people to do it, especially Boogie Booger, or whatever we want to call him. He's amazing. He is going to be on your side 24/7, but he's real at the same time, and that's what we need here in the entertainment industry is people who are genuine, passionate, and also authentic, and don't play around. So as always, I am your host, Priscilla Moy, and you are watching The Hot Seat here on Social Media Shows. By the way, we're also looking for sponsors as well. You can also use that email address if you like to sponsor or donate or do any of those things, because support us, support local. Anyway, I will see you next Wednesday here on The Hot Seat.
Yay.